So there is a bag that I have resisted for years and years, and I wanted to discuss all of the reasons why I have resisted this piece and what my thoughts are on this bag. Let's get started, guys. This piece is one of those pieces that keeps me up at night. Is it ridiculous? Yes. Now, I know probably by the thumbnail you already know that I am talking about the Speedy Nano. I have wanted that bag for years since it was released. I actually thought that this bag was released during the same time that the Speedy Bandolier came out. I was sure of it, but Autumn Beckman recently made a video where she indicated that the bag initially became available in 2015. I did some research. It does say 2015, so I don't know. I remember it years ago. So that is 5 years ago, but I remember it longer than that, you guys. So since I've seen it, I've wanted it. In fact, when the bandolier was available, I went to go see, maybe I should just get a small version of it because I thought the bandolier was really expensive in comparison to the Speedies, right? The price was outrageous in my opinion in comparison just because they added the strap. And I thought, you know what, why don't I just get a mini? Because I already have two Speedies and I know that a mini I'll always use. So I went to go look for the mini, and to my surprise and disgust, that bag has always been over $1,000 since I've looked at it. And I couldn't, you guys, I could not understand the price tag of that bag. So that is number one. The price tag of that bag has always been over 1K, and I just thought, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Louis. I'm not. It's 1K. When the pochette accessories was, I think at around that time it was about $500, and I thought, I just don't see the price justification for it. I couldn't, you guys. My mind could not wrap itself around it. It's not leather, it's canvas, and the price being over 1K, I just couldn't. So I resisted. The second reason, which is because I've looked at this bag so many times online, and every time I'm like, well, maybe, then, you know, I start picking it apart. So the second reason why I've never purchased this bag, the straps aren't removable. It literally drives me crazy that the straps will be on this bag permanently. It makes no sense whatsoever, you guys. I cannot wrap my mind around why they've done this, other than my third reason. I know that if I purchase the Speedy Nano, either that year or the year forward, they will make a model with removable straps, because that's just what they do. Give the public what they want, not now, like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Let everybody buy this version of it, and then they'll also want the next version because it's removable. I know that that's what they're doing. They did that with the Palm Springs Mini. So many customers complained about the zipper, and for years I kind of resisted that bag as well because I kept hearing about the zipper issues, and eventually I bought it a year and a half, 2 years later, they fixed the zipper issue. And honestly, I don't understand how a brand, a luxury brand, does not listen to its customers. Like, it takes them that long to listen to their customers. So I don't get it, and I have resisted it for that reason, you guys. The fourth reason why I have resisted this bag, the Vachetta. I just don't understand, again, the Palm Springs Mini is such a popular bag, why they don't make different versions of the Speedy Nano. I don't get it. Like, there's plenty of people that are not huge fans of Vachetta. I don't know why they don't make it in a Dami or Ebin print. I don't know why they don't make the treated leather. I don't understand. And again, I do understand. It is marketing. They are very savvy on how to create a frenzy. And so they take the feedback that customers are giving them. So when in situations like where we're at now, they will throw everything at us, right? And so I know that that's what they're doing. Like, my mind fully understands the Louis Vuitton game, you guys. So I have resisted it because of the Vachetta as well. My fifth reason why I have resisted this piece is because I am not a huge fan of zippered bags. I've said this 100 times. And so recently I did pick up this zippered bag, but this flap opens up, so none of my small leather goods are rubbing up against a zipper. But with the Louis Vuitton Nano, because the opening is so small, all of my small leather goods, everything is going to be hitting those zippers. And so I have to tell myself that this bag is just incredibly fussy. And so again, I've resisted because of the zipper. The next reason is the hard to find game that Louis Vuitton plays with its customers. I know some people don't believe that that's true, that that's not what Louis Vuitton does. I have been purchasing from Louis Vuitton for going on 20 years. And I am telling you right now, there is not a piece that I've really wanted that I couldn't get my hands on. So I know the Louis Vuitton game. There are games that are being played with the brand. The idea of, oh, you have to buy it right now. Like once you go, and if you find it, then you have to buy it because you're just never gonna find it again. So I get that that's what they create, like this frenzy for people to get anxiety and to buy the bag. And so this is how they keep that, so hard to find idea out there in everyone's head. Even though when this entire situation happened, there was just a ton of them available online. I know so many people who got their hands on them, and honestly I feel that Louis Vuitton really did expose themselves when they did that and they went online. Now they are a business, I totally understand that, but it still does not sit well with me the way that they conduct business. I feel that they treat their lower end customers a certain way than they do their higher tiered customers. Meaning, if you want a petite malle, you can go and get a petite malle. You can order it online anytime. It's always available there. A Capucines, do you want that? Well, it's always available because those higher tiered customers have to be treated a certain way. They don't play that game, you guys. So they do treat people who buy those lower priced items very differently, I'm sorry to say. Now, I had this piece in my cart 2 times when this first happened, you guys. And I have in the past purchased items or found things online at louisvuitton.com. I am certain that Louis Vuitton does cookie tracking. When I saw that these pieces came up, I thought, oh, maybe I should buy it. And then I immediately felt very turned off by Louis Vuitton's aggressive online frenzy that they created. I know that for some people, they're like, oh my God, this is the best day ever. It really turned me off, you guys. I get it. I'm not someone who doesn't understand business savviness. I get it. But there are certain behaviors from a luxury company that don't feel very luxurious. And that's tactic. I am very turned off by companies who create this aggressive, artificial scarcity. I just don't like that. It's not real, you guys. And I think that if you are a consumer of the brands, I do want people to be aware that that's what they do, because if you know that that's what they're doing, then you will not always play into their game. Now, recently Chanel did bring out a piece, and I had this feeling again where I have all of the time. I know when I bought the vanity, that was a question that I had for myself. Would I rather have Chanel or would I rather have Louis Vuitton? And the answer is always Chanel. I was kind of faced with that, and this is the last time that I resisted the bag. So I know you guys know I recently purchased this one. I thought that this was almost like the Chanel version of a Nano. For whatever reason, that's how I got it in my head. And I thought, would I rather have this or would I rather have the Speedy Nano? And obviously this would win every day of the week. I love this piece, and I'm really glad that I got my hands on it. And when I compared the two, obviously this was the one that I gravitated towards. However, I have finally decided to bite the bullet with this piece. With all of that said, I am going to be one of those people who is going to play into Louis Vuitton's game, because at this point I feel foolish. I do. I'm not gonna lie. Had I bought this piece years and years ago when I initially loved it, because I'm a mini bag lover, you guys. It makes no sense that this bag isn't in my collection. Other than the fact that I have resisted it for all of the reasons that I just gave. However, what have I gotten in return by resisting it? The price has gone up multiple times, and now I have to pay more for this bag. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed other than the price tag. Now, with that said, I have gotten to the point with Louis Vuitton where I have made my list of items that I want, and I am going to try to focus on getting those items on my list, because I kind of have this mentality of like, I just want to get these purchases over with and kind of be done with the brand. I really want to be done with Louis Vuitton. I really feel that way, and I have left the brand before. Does it impact Louis Vuitton's bottom line if I leave the brand? No. Obviously, it does not. But if more than one person feels that way, which I know we do, I know with the price increase, and we've heard about it a lot, like I get it, companies, they have price increases. I feel very profoundly that the way that Louis Vuitton went about it was kind of really gross, you guys. They had 3 price increases since October. And the funny thing is that they had one right before this entire situation. And that made me sure that they knew what was coming down the pike. I just know that they knew. They had some kind of insider information. And that is why they did the price increase before. Now, they did the price increase after, probably because the majority of these brands were going to do it. So they were just going to roll with the punches. And honestly, I don't feel that Louis Vuitton got hit really hard because they do have an online presence. Obviously, they couldn't continue with production. So that is where they did get hurt, because they couldn't continue to produce in order to sell. Because if they could produce, they would have sold it online. So I'm sure they did take a hit. I don't believe that they took a big of a hit than Chanel. And I don't know, I feel that Chanel went about their price increase a little more ladylike, where they gave everyone kind of heads up. I know here in the US, they started to allow phone sales a week before the price increase took effect. So I had a real appreciation for that. But back to the Nano, I have decided now that I am going to purchase it. I just think, you know what, at the end of the day, I like the bag, and I'm just going to get it. So I am seriously now going to buy it. I'd be interested to see how long it actually takes me to get it. I have a call in to one of my sales associates. I have been trying to reach out to multiples. That does change things for me, because I don't ever just have one person like searching for an item for me. I have multiple people searching for me. But again, I have seriously decided that it is a purchase that I'm going to make. I do think that at the end of the day, if there is something that you want from the brand, don't think about it too long. Just buy it. If you don't want it, then you can sell it and be done with this thing that's living in your mind. It doesn't make sense for me to overthink a purchase. It really doesn't. I think that that's kind of where I'm at. And the 2 examples that I would give with Louis Vuitton is the multi-pochette. I jumped on that one and I purchased it at the initial price, and then it's gone up, I think 4 times since. It went up before they did the release actually of it. It went up in October. It went up again before the shutdown and after the shutdown. So it's gone through 4 price increases in under a year. So, am I telling you guys to keep buying from the brands? I'm telling you guys to get your purchases over with, and then we can move on with our lives, because this is ridiculous. So yeah, that is my 2 cents where the Speedy Nano is concerned, and egg on my face for waiting. That's how I feel now. That is it. I would love to know if there is a piece that you have been resisting. Tell me all of the reasons why you've resisted it, because I totally want to know that I am not the only crazy person who overthinks these purchases. And I get it. We're told to overthink it because they are very expensive items. Certain items you shouldn't overthink though. And anything that is 1,500 or under, literally do it. Do it now. Get it done. If you don't like it, sell it and move on. That is kind of why I wanted to make this video, because I feel that that is a useful tip if you're able to, you know, get those purchases made. That is it, you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.